Did you know that some Spanish words can have a different meaning depending on the country? Yes, Spanish can be a little confusing, and today we're talking about that. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Andres, I'm Ecuadorian, and here I share information about Ecuadorian culture, our language, Spanish, and also some advice for Spanish learners. So let's get started. Okay, words with different meanings depending on the country. I have a story for you about this. I don't know if you know about this, but back in 1999, Ecuador was facing a really bad economic situation, and many people decided to migrate. Some people went to the US or Italy or Spain or other countries. And I have an uncle, my mom's brother, who decided to move to Spain. And he chose that country because of the language. He only speaks Spanish, and that was the safest option for him. Quick parenthesis here. Although we Ecuadorians think we understand what cold means, we don't. We don't even have snow here. So you can imagine what happened to my uncle when he moved to Spain in December, and he was only wearing jeans and a t-shirt, and he had some clothes in his backpack. The result of that was he had to spend the whole month in his apartment because he had no way to go out. So, yeah, you can make fun of us about that. Okay, back to the story. When my uncle got to Spain, it was kind of easy for him to find a job because he's a mechanic, and back then many people were looking for mechanics. And in the same job, he also made some local friends, Spanish people. And some of them once invited him to their apartment to eat something at night. According to my uncle, what they said was, te invitamos a una merienda. And what he understood was, we invite you to come at night and eat dinner with us. And of course, he said yes. He was happy to spend some time with local friends there. And according to him, he wanted to be really hungry that night so he could eat everything his friends made for him. So he didn't even have lunch that day. And after work, he went to his friend's apartment. So he entered the apartment, he went to the living room, he started talking, and at some point, someone went to the kitchen and came out with some coffee and crackers. So my uncle, who was really hungry, started eating the crackers and drinking the coffee, and they just kept talking and talking and talking. After a while, he noticed something was wrong because no one was bringing out more food to the living room or to the dining room. And after a couple of hours, he just had to left, starving. That night, my uncle learned something interesting. The word merienda has a different meaning in Spain and in Ecuador. You see, in Spain, merienda is just a snack you have before the actual dinner. That's why they only got crackers and coffee. While here in Ecuador, merienda is the main meal at night. It is also what you call dinner in English. And in some families, like in my uncle's families, they eat a lot at night. So you can understand how hungry he was that night. And that's the thing. Although Spanish is spoken in more than 20 countries, each country has its own version of the language. And it doesn't matter if you speak Spanish. If you go to a different country, chances are you're going to find those words that can be confusing at some point. And also, if you're learning the language because you're going to move to this country or because you're going to spend a lot of time with people from this other country, it's a good idea learning the language with a teacher from that country because he or she can teach you the nuances that maybe other teacher can't. That's why I mainly work with people who want to learn Spanish because they want to come to Ecuador. So if you are just starting in your Spanish journey, I would consider that if I were you. And well, that's the story I wanted to share with you today. And also remember that I share more stories like this about the Ecuadorian culture, our language, and other stuff on my newsletter. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can find the link in the description of this video. Remember that subscribing is free and you can unsubscribe whenever you want. Thank you for watching this video. And if you know some words that can be confusing, you can leave them on the comments so we all can learn from you too. I hope you have a great week and I will see you in the next one. Ciao!